Solana season is here and it is a scorcher. Holy cow, Solana has been going crazy. Solana ecosystem coins also starting to take off in a pretty serious way. But what is behind the rise of Solana? Why the heck is it exploding? And is there more room for this ecosystem moving forward? My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing, so if that's a topic you would like to learn some more about, make sure you subscribe to Lark Davis channel, gently tap on the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, and click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. By the way, every single week my team and I produce Wealth Mastery. This is a cryptocurrency investor report. Every single issue you're going to get a deep dive on an altcoin, a step-by-step DeFi tutorial, top-tier technical analysis, the latest airdrops, the latest token sales, trending coins, and much, much more, all for less than $10 a week. Click on the link down below here to learn more about becoming a member today. Now let's go ahead and get into this topic. Solana, it's going crazy, up big time, a few 100% over the last few weeks. Of course, it is the newest in a long line of Ethereum competitors gunning for market share, trying to get users, get total value locked, get developers. Solana right now, it's a fully functional blockchain. Unlike some other blockchains out there that have high valuations, Solana can also do 65,000 transactions per second, and the fees for using Solana, dirt freaking cheap. Of course, we have other cheap chains, right? Polygon's cheap to use. BINANCE smart chains, cheap to use. Other chains are cheap to use. But Solana is damn cheap. Ethereum, of course, the old man over here at 15 transactions per second and 50, 60 bucks to do a swap on Uniswap. Sometimes a couple $100 to get in and out of DeFi. Not very user-friendly for the average person entering into crypto right now. Now, I'm not going to go much into the tech stuff on Solana here. If you're not familiar with that, you should go and check out this video I made a few months ago, about 5 months ago. 10x altcoin no one is talking about, Solana. This is back when Solana was around 20 bucks. It's almost hit that 10x. Wowzers. Anyway, we dive into the technicals a lot more, what makes Solana unique and special and all that stuff, so it's a more informative video. Because in this video, we're not talking about the tech. I want to talk about why Solana is freaking mooning right now. One other note, too. In case you weren't aware, Solana's also got a burning mechanism. So it actually burns a percentage of the transaction fees right now. So, of course, that's good for long-term economics. We are all very excited about Ethereum's EIP 1559. Solana's also got a burn mechanism built in. And look, yeah, Ethereum's got some great layer 2 scaling solutions. In fact, we just passed a total of $1 billion total value locked just in Ethereum layer 2s. But hey, Ethereum, it's still got those crazy fees, and Solana, it's here, it's now, it's fast, it's easy, it's got massive transaction throughput. Again, Ethereum is still kind of the London or the Paris of crypto. It's pretty damn expensive to live there. If you can afford it, great, nice place to live. But for everybody else, you might want to go and seek out alternatives. But just the low fees on Solana doesn't account for the big price spike, because there's lots of chains that have cheap fees. Cheap fees is not unique to Solana by any means. So why Solana? Why now? Well, here are the 5 reasons why the Solana ecosystem has been going crazy. The first is that builders are actually showing up. This is obviously critical for any cryptocurrency. You gotta have the devs show up. You gotta have stuff actually be freaking built on your blockchain. Otherwise, you're a ghost town. And Solana is definitely not a ghost town. We have loads of applications built on Solana that you can actually go out and use right now, today. You don't have to wait for something in the future. There's all these great projects out there right now that you can use. For example, you have Port Finance. That's kind of like one of the Aave competitors that we're seeing come up on Solana. We have Mercurial Finance. That's like Ethereum's Curve Finance. It's a stablecoin swapping protocol. We have Radium, which is kind of like Uniswap. Yields on some of these Solana DeFi protocols, very, very high right now. I looked at Port Finance today. It's around 50% on stablecoins. Mercurial Finance giving around 25% on stablecoin liquidity provision. So there's some really great rates out there to be had on Solana. And of course, getting in and out of those DeFi protocols costs virtually nothing. We also have a big ecosystem outside of just decentralized finance. We have things like Audius project, really big for the music industry. They've just partnered up with TikTok as well, which is of course completely freaking massive. Devs are committing, which I think is probably one of the most important things, which is why it's in at number one. The devs are here. The devs are here. You need developers. You need applications. Without the developers, nobody cares about how fast your blockchain is. And there's lots of blockchains. If you look down CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, it is a graveyard of zombie chains that nobody uses. Nobody built on them. The developers never showed up to do anything. They did for Solana. A couple other chains too, but definitely for Solana. Number 2, NFTs. Oh, of course, NFTs have been a massive trend recently. Solana's got a lot of NFTs too. That's been part of what has been driving the demand to get the main Solana asset, the Sol token, because people want to go and buy NFTs on Solana, which are priced in Solana. Now look, right now, a lot of the Solana NFTs, not all of them by any means, but a lot of the Solana NFTs are just copy-paste version of Ethereum NFTs. We have Solana Punks, we have Solana Meebits, we have Solana Apes, and the Solana Apes are a little bit different, but still, the ideas are just kind of being recycled, but over on Solana. We haven't seen a massive amount of really unique, interesting stuff. We will, but that's kind of where that NFT scene is right now for profile pictures and art and stuff like that. But I think the real story for Solana and NFTs, maybe even just Solana overall, gaming. It's going to be freaking massive on Solana. Ethereum, obviously prohibitive for gaming because of the high damn fees. You've had to see things like Axie Infinity. They went off and built their own sidechain. Now we do have some great scaling solutions for NFT and gaming coming to Ethereum very, very soon. We have Immutable X, which is launching this week. I think they're having their sale. So that's coming out, and it's specifically focused on NFTs and gaming for the Ethereum ecosystem. We have Layer 2's Arbitrum and Optimism and all that stuff, but we have some pretty damn sick looking games being built out right now for the Solana ecosystem. One of the big ones that's getting everybody very, very excited right now is called Star Atlas. Star Atlas, it's a space-themed game where people are fighting for resources and all that stuff. You know how popular sci-fi space games are. You can see, of course, what it's going to look like. This level of gaming, it's going to be the whole next thing in crypto. Really good looking, really fun to play games, because most of the games we've seen so far in crypto, still very basic. Much better than they were 2 years ago, but still pretty basic in comparison to traditional games that we see out in the market. Star Atlas is one that looks a lot more like a serious game competitor. Number 3, Solana is frickin' sitting on piles of gosh darn money. Now Solana, they actually raised $314 million back in June in order to pump up DeFi on Solana. I mean, all that money flowing around, all those grants, developers do like money. Part of the reason why we're seeing so many developers committing to the Solana ecosystem right now. They're getting money, they're getting grants, they're getting a lot of investments. If you start looking around, you see all of these guys have been invested in by Solana or by Alameda. A lot of money there. And of course, Solana also has very strong backing from the FTX exchange, particularly Sam Bankman-Fried, who famously said, "I will buy all of your Solana at $3 and then go screw yourself." To somebody on Twitter a while ago, well, he's up pretty well on his $3 Solana purchases by certainty, but The FTX exchange has been giving very strong support to the Solana ecosystem overall. We've seen them with initial listings. You can do direct withdrawals into the Solana ecosystem. FTX is the third biggest spot exchange and the second biggest derivatives exchange. That is money, money, money. So it's $314 million plus the backing of FTX, which having a cryptocurrency exchange that big, that's like more money than God, man. These guys just print money all day long. And they can reinvest that into making even more money by pumping up the Solana ecosystem. So that is, of course, part of what they have been doing. So that's a big, big factor pushing Solana up right now. Number 4 is institutional money. Now, this is a big factor, and of course, the massive price success of major cryptocurrencies are the big money guys showing up, are your hedge funds and your private funds and your family offices and your millionaires and your billionaires and all these guys. Are they showing up? Well, for Solana, the answer is yes. Institutional money is starting to take a big interest in Solana. Osprey, they announced a Solana fund 2 weeks ago. They are far from the only big money players piling into Solana right now. I follow a few different heads of venture capital firms and research firms on Twitter, and they're all saying we're seeing big institutional interest right now from Solana. They're investing, they're getting into it, they're partaking in the ecosystem, all this stuff. So Solana is definitely on the tip of the tongue of the institutional money crowd. That has the effect of continuing to push the price of the asset higher. A lot of these guys are going to be looking at this as like, hey, it's the next Ethereum, and it's at 1/9 of the price of Ethereum. They will be piling money in. And of course, it's fully functional, right? You don't have to wait for smart contracts to come out or whatever it might be. It's working here right now today with developers and users piling into the network. Number 5, the users. Big factor, obviously. Again, the crypto market is replete with zombie chains that have no freaking users. But they were fast and they were supposed to do something really good. They never did. But now we're actually seeing users really showing up en masse for some of these different blockchains. We've seen, for example, a lot of users going into the BINANCE Smart Chain. We've seen a lot of users going into Terra. We've seen a lot of users going into Polygon. We're seeing some users getting into Avalanche, and truckloads of users getting into Solana right now. Now, Solana currently, it is number 4 by total value locked in DeFi. That being said, number 4 is pretty damn far behind Ethereum. Ethereum's got about $132 billion total value locked right now. Solana's got about $5 billion. So it's really just starting to take off, but it is rising fast. We are seeing a lot of money coming in. That total value locked in Solana 2 weeks ago was half of what it is today. And this is going to continue to grow. Because here is the simple fact. There's a massive market out there for users who want to get access to yield. They want to be able to farm stable coins and do liquidity provision and play NFT games and all that stuff without paying $50 or $100 or $200 fees on Ethereum. A lot of people can't even afford that. I mean, seriously, $50 fees to make a swap on Uniswap, it's nuts. On Solana, it costs a fraction of a penny. It's pretty obvious for a lot of people where the money is going to go. That's why we've seen BSC and Polygon and others gaining so much popularity. Ethereum's still very popular with whales and those who can afford it. But right now, we are seeing a diversification of users getting out into these different protocols. So how can you cash in on the Solana trend? Buy Solana. That's number 1, of course. Solana currently was $170, $180, something like that at the time of recording this video. Maybe different by the time you end up watching this video, but you have to keep in mind, we've seen Solana rally about, 300% in 3 weeks. That's a pretty epic rise for such a big market cap cryptocurrency. So buying the main Solana asset right now, it's a, I guess, higher risk than it was a few weeks ago. I mean, you now have the social proofing, see how much it can be worth, but buying it a few weeks ago, you had a lot more opportunity. Now look, maybe Solana does go on and it gets up to $100 billion market cap. Would not be surprised. That would be a 2x from where it is right now, so that would put Solana around 300 bucks. Maybe it gets up to 150 billion, 200 billion. Again, would not be blown away, depending on how, of course, the bull market continues to progress. So you might get another 2, 3, 4, 5x out of Solana during the rest of this bull market cycle. Long term, who knows? But where probably the real money is going to be made on Solana is not throwing all your money into the main Sol asset right now, but actually by using Solana. So if you feel like you've been missing out on the NFT trend because it's just too damn expensive to use OpenSea or to claim your NFTs on the Ethereum network when we have mints and stuff like that, you can do it over on Solana, and it's going to cost you virtually nothing. So you can actually go and do this and participate in the NFT space. Maybe you want to start doing some decentralized finance. Yields are really, really high right now, right across Solana applications. There's good money to be made there. And then you can make that money on your higher risk yield farming and NFT flipping and getting into some of these lower cap application tokens, make some money on those, and then move that, of course, into a lower risk hold, which would be the main Solana asset. Same concept that you do with Ethereum. You make big money in the smaller stuff, and then you move it up to the big boy, Ethereum. It's a nice way to stack up your Solana stack long term, of course, if you are a believer that Solana will have big long-term success. And look, there's lots of great low cap stuff out there right now. You can go over to coingecko.com and you go up to their coins categories section and you scroll down here and you can find the Solana ecosystem. Of course, lots of other great stuff on here too, but you can find the Solana ecosystem. All that being said, Solana, of course, still does have its work cut out for it. Competition is strong in this space, and Solana now obviously needs to translate its price success into more. It needs to be more than just the flavor of the season, which we've seen lots of flavors of the season. There's BINANCE season, there was Polygon season. We're now in Solana season. Now they have to establish the staying power, which is, of course, the next challenge for them. Anyway, just my 2 souls for the day. Your question, have you used Solana's blockchain yet? If so, let me know your experience down below in the comments section. And if you haven't used Solana yet, why not? What's stopping you? What are the barriers that are stopping you from playing around on this blockchain? Let me know that as well down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.